All right. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick that isn't just hydration, and we will get into this. Already? What do you mean already? There's a reason I have a 10-minute start timer, Depths. I start at 4 o'clock. On the dot! This is a well-oiled machine of failure, and I'm not ready for this. Third and Pathfinder was great, took its audience, and the metagaming was awesome, but for yes, absolutely. Oh, no, not alcohol. It's just this is energy drinks. I don't think that alcohol would be wise here. I don't generally drink on stream. And this isn't the kind of game that's gonna make me drink on stream. Welcome in, Carbon, good to see ya. Hey, Val, do I have a little German in me? I mean, yes. I wouldn't mind having more, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Okay. All right. Brendan, hell yeah, you're home. Holy shit. I figured they'd have kept you for a couple days. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. For everyone who only tunes into chat, Brendan is now cancer-free. Or tumor-free at the very least. Short a kidney, but home. All right. All right. I'm not prepared for this. I think this level's gonna be easier than Stormrook. Just based on last stream, I think this is gonna be easier than Stormrook. This level, the hard part is this right here. Freaking respawning enemies. I feel like the game's kind of like breaking its own rules, because in the early levels, enemies don't respawn, and then they start respawning, and it just feels kind of bad. Come on now. Never heard of this game. Do I have a TLDR? We're God, but we suck, and we have to save the world. In this game's case, it's basically the 7 deadly sins are making things bad for everybody, and we have to unfuck that. This is the second game in the series. The first game had kind of like some light city building aspects that everybody really, really enjoyed. They got rid of those in this and instead made it into a hell platformer. It is a very difficult game, but it's a good time. If this was God, you'd be... That's just... Yeah. Fair enough, Val. Fair enough. Capital G God. We are the one God, and the big boss in this game is Satan. Like, he's not called Satan in the English translation. It's we're called the Master in the American translation because Nintendo. And Satan is... I can't remember his name. It starts with a T. But, yeah. And we kind of suck. We die by everything. But it's fun, ha ha ha! Hansa, there we go. Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, the protagonist is a swole boy, and he has a shield of dubious usefulness. And he's, yes, exactly, Silvernail. Exactly that. This is a bad idea. Yep, hit the fire. Oh, this run is scuffed. Just immediate suicide. There we go. Yeah, most of the censoring in like the Castlevania games was like, not nudity, but like scantily clad characters and stuff like that. And I mean, there were just some games that just snuck by, like look at Monster Party. The game starts out all cheery and happy, and then halfway through the first stage, the world turns into blood and gore. And yeah, that's a very good... Oh, speaking of Dragon Quest, has anybody seen any of the announcements for Dragon Quest 1 and 2, all the added content to those games? They're adding a 4th party member to Dragon Quest 2. They're adding like multiple enemies in fights for Dragon Quest 1, and they're expanding on them. I am so fucking hyped. I am beyond excited for those. It is going to be so hard for me not to just pick them up on release and immediately just cancel everything else and be like, no, this is what we're playing now. There was something else I was going to do that with, and I can't remember what it was. Hey, Noel, good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you and the Meeps are doing well today. Pick them up since you got time off. They're good. They're good from my understanding. I've watched some people play the remake of 3, and it looks really solid. I want to play it really bad, but I want to play them in order, so I'm waiting. I know it's technically a prequel, but nah. We need to not be standing here. There we go. Stuck at the boss troll in 3. Well, I mean, being the old Dragon Quest, that means you just gotta get your grind on. Doing okay, just a little eepy. Well, I would say that I hope that I can lull you to sleep, but I have a feeling that the incomprehensible screeching that this game is going to inspire in me is going to do the opposite of that, so I'm sorry. At the same time, I hope you can rest. If you want something chill to listen to, swap over to my YouTube channel and watch Dread Delusion. People have been commenting that listening to me play that game has been putting them to sleep because it's so chill. And actually, the most recent episode, I tried to keep like a super even voice tone throughout it. Figure I'll lean into the ASMR video game thing. Because apparently I have a radio voice. Alright, so I have an idea for this, but I'm probably gonna die executing it. Oh, I almost died. No! That was almost esports. Almost esports. There's health further in the stage. I just need to get there. But I'm being bad instead. What was that? You little punk rocker goblin piece of shit. I think we're gonna suicide again. I want to get through this first room without losing any lives. I have a voice for radio just as I have a face for radio. I don't think that's true at all, Noel. Given what I have seen of your face, no. I think you are a pretty attractive young woman. I think you're fine. Can't comment on you, Val, I'm sorry. But based on your voice, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Ela, welcome in. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. They're being orcish towards you and going medieval on my ass. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Have you ever seen... to the extent that you've shown on Flo's server. So basically, you cleverly hiding it, for the most part, behind a cell phone. You know you're fugly when the hooker says not on the first date? Oh my god. It's all about making up for it in personality. You would be amazing what being a charming, debonair bastard can do for you when it comes to social interaction. I think there need to be more spearmen here. I think 3 aren't enough because they keep respawning with their cheesy bullshit. That annoys me because up to this level, I want to say this game's been pretty good. That once you kill an enemy, they just stay dead. Well, no, it wasn't this level. We had respawning ogres a while ago. Okay, I need to figure out something here. So that wasn't what I wanted to figure out. 8 inches of raw personality, man, not so much. In Germany, we say you definitely have a beard face. Okay, so what I need to do... It's like... Alright, so yeah, there is... Because what I want to do is do this forward stab when we're flying, but you have to wait until you actually get into the flying animation to do it. And it looks like it does 2 damage. Okay, that's good to know. Not so much here, because I don't think that's a damage breakpoint for any of these enemies, because for whatever reason, basic little goblins and shit have like 1,000 hit points in this game, because this is the best game ever made, and I hate it. But, it's something. Okay, this is another suicide run here. I just need to take this level slower, I think. That tends to be the case with this game, is if you rush, it just absolutely murders you. Game Genie codes? Nah, we gotta beat this legit. The only cheating we're doing is me save stating, like, after I beat levels, just so that if I do the stupid and reset the game, I don't lose my progress. No, we're just in the derusting stage right now. It's been a couple days. I have to reacclimate to the bullshit. And then we'll be okay. Because last time we were pretty regularly getting to the later parts of this without too much issue. Reminds you of some other game. Populous? I mean, it's what I would consider a pretty straightforward, like, kind of typical Super Nintendo world map. Time you talked about one of your ex-streamers talking about how big his dick was, and he was just like, huh? He got really mad at you? Jesus Christ. Oh, come on. Ah. Mistime. The timing on this is actually pretty tight so that you hit them but don't also take damage yourself, and then, yeah, that happens. Yeah, like, that's what I would call small PP energy to be doing that kind of thing. I don't know. It's like we have this dude where I work in the evenings, and he's got, I don't know what kind of car it is, I'm not a car guy. He's got this nice car, and the license plate for it is the Bull, because, you know, he's apparently a bull for someone. And I'm sure he thinks it's the hottest shit in the world, and literally everyone there makes fun of him for it, but he doesn't know it. And it's just like, you're trying way too hard, my guy. You're trying way too hard. The first game, yeah, the first game's simulation levels did kind of have that, a little bit of Populous to them. If Populous was more like that, I would honestly probably enjoyed it a lot more. I'm not a huge fan of the original Populous. It's the interface. The interface kills that game for me. So, like, maybe what we need to do here is just fight this guy on the ground. Okay, and then come up and... Oh, but the fight... Really? Enemy respawning. Good God. You mentioned 1cc, I want to ask, is it whatever the game counts as a continue, or just any time? It's whatever you have to use a continue. So, like, if you're playing a game and it gives you 5 lives, you don't... It's 1cc so long as you have not had to, like, reset to have 5 lives again. It's basically, imagine the game is an arcade game. As long as you can beat it having put 1 coin in to play the game, that's a 1cc. There was that one, the 3D Populous game. That one was okay. Like Populous the Beginning, I think maybe? Coin credit, yes. Yeah, that's correct. Silvernail is the CC stands for coin credit, so it's beat the game on a coin using whatever is available to you. You 0cc. You can't 0cc a game. You can 1cc a game, but you can't 0cc a game. Although I suppose, since you didn't technically put in a coin, yes. But you might be right on that, Depths. I always used coin credit, but admittedly, it could very well be credit clear. Probably makes more sense. Hey, Machiru, welcome in. Oh, hey, nope. Oh, we're in trouble. Yep. God damn it. Found a coin while beating it. Good God. I'm doing okay. Today is a bit of a... I don't know. Today is a day. I'm feeling okay. I was in bed until like 10 minutes before the stream. I just did not want to start the day, but I'm feeling all right. As for having fun, no, this is ActRaiser 2. This isn't a game you have fun with, really. It's a game you get beat by until you then beat it, and that's satisfying, but I wouldn't say that it's fun. I hope you are doing well. No fun allowed, exactly. This game is work. That's what this game is.
I'm Claverding Clutchnipper, Leaps of Biffle, Poopy Woof and Bun Banantia, Krakenlick, the Ratty Face, the 14th Feudal Lord of Oderberg.
Hopful Mail was so good. Part of me honestly wants to play it again, and I might, but I'll probably do it off stream. But that game was better than it had any right to be. Okay, so like, gotta dive stab you, not take a bunch of damage here. Ah! Esports. Okay, grab some hit points, and of course we're on our last life, so we're not gonna be winning this one, but you know, progress. Closest reference are the old electromechanical flipper machines we bought and restored. Those started counting stuff at 0. Weird. Okay. Like that honestly adds a lot to that game for me, Silvernail. That they have like the different cutscenes and stuff based on the characters. That is such a high effort game. And it blows my mind. And I immediately died a goblin. Go on, Ela, make the joke. Go on. Oh, okay, we're a bear. Hi, chat. I'm a bear now. Rawr. You get 1. Hey, Drunkbot, good to see you. Drunkbot, you're confused. There! God damn it, Ela. Goblin D's bears. Depths, in no world could you be a bear, I'm sorry. You have neither the form nor the attitude for it. Looks like a brutal game? Yes, this game hates you. And the sooner you accept that and just play it the way it wants to be played, the better. Because once you get to that point, then you can actually start making progress. You need to look at this game kind of as a puzzle to be solved, more so than just your typical platformer where it's go right and murder everything. You could be a nice person, doubt. No, I don't think that's in your personality. Yeah, exactly. It's like the classic Castlevanias in a lot of the ways, which is, I think, one of the reasons that it doesn't cause me to just mindlessly rage quit all the time. Because, like, this is the kind of shit that I grew up with. It's just, you know, taking it to 11 a little bit. Printed Hornet from Silksong. You and everyone else. The internet is just going ape shit over that game. And it kind of kills me because I have literally no interest in it whatsoever. Can I post a link with it? Yes, absolutely, Pulsona. Have at it. You've been getting meaner. Yeah, you've been kind of an asshole lately. And I mean, you do you. You do you. I'm not alone anymore. I know Pokey doesn't give a shit about it either. It's wonderful. All right, I gotta see this castle. What is this? Ooh, that's a nice looking little retro castle there. Man, now I want to go back and play castles. I don't need to go back and play. God, I love castles. Someone went on a ramble asking AI if your cat's name is good. What? That's like so random. That just doesn't make any sense. It's a neat game, but you're not excited. Yes, the art in those games is gorgeous. Hollow Knight is a beautiful game. Silksong, absolutely stunning. It's the gameplay that kills them for me, and it's one single aspect of the gameplay completely ruins it, and it's anytime you take a hit, the game, like, hitches, and it's by design. It's like a frame pause when you take damage, and it's not long. It's like 5 frames, maybe that. The whole game just locks up. It's a style choice. I hate it. It throws me off so bad. And that alone is enough to make me just not play that game because it's so frustrating. Hey, Aubrism, good to see you. The AI dependence you've heard about. Yeah, people are stupid. Like, yeah, just complete inability to look up any information on your own. No, it's all ask AI. Like, sure, there are some things, not a big deal, whatever, but the people that's all they do, it's learned helplessness. It's just more of that. It's, you know, I see it in the workplace. I see it online where people just aren't curious anymore and they expect everyone to just do shit for them and petulant rage. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Wonder if there are mods to fix that. I actually don't know, Noel. But that's actually something that would probably be worth looking into because I would actually probably really enjoy the games, except for the hell platforming sections. Those, not so much. But yeah, that would do a lot. But there are so many other Metroidvanias to play that aren't Hollow Knight that I don't have to put work into. But I am kind of jealous because that game is very, very pretty. I honestly don't know. I've tried playing it a couple times and kind of became disinterested and haven't really dug back into it. I'll have to look into that though. I would have never even thought to look into that. They have random, oh god. I love playing Metroidvanias with randomizers. I'm just really bad at them as a rule. Enjoyed Hollow Knight. You bounced off because of having to run back through. Yeah, the boss run backs are also something that is kind of frustrating to me. Not necessarily. It's mostly just a case of I don't want to have my time wasted. I don't have the time to, you know, fight a boss 50 times and then it has like a minute and a half run back every time. It's just like, no, I want to play the game. My free time is limited, and Yeah, as I've been digging more and more into my professional life and having less and less free time, my patience for that shit is rapidly dwindling. There we go. That was a smooth clear. The runbacks are nasty. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. And I see people saying, like, it's so good that the devs just don't give a shit. And I'm like, why do you hate yourself? Why do you like having your time wasted? So an avid board gamer, you're used to modding games. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Getting the hang of it slowly but surely. So we can ride these things further into the stage if we really want to, but I don't think there's any skips we can do at this point. Okay. It's a really funny ramble for playing ActRaiser 2. The difference with this is that I feel like I'm making progress. Like, I'm seeing noticeable progress with this in time. Whereas with, like, you know, Silksong or whatever, being stuck on the same boss for a million years, there's no progress. And so it doesn't feel good at all. It's just wasted time. Whereas this, it's like, you know, I'm memorizing level layout and all that. Whereas with, like, a lot of Souls-likes, it's just, no, you're running past all of the monsters. In this case, I'm being bad. You're running past all of the monsters and so on and so forth. Whereas this is at least engaging me. And I'm not just like, oh, we're just gonna skip this entire room on the way to the boss fights. Because that's like my problem with the old Souls-likes, is it's like, okay, we know how to get to the boss, so we're gonna run past literally every monster on the way there. And it's just, you're just having your time wasted, and that feels like shit. But I mean, there certainly is an aspect of that here where it's like, yeah, we just keep running off the same level. And that hit me on Stormrook Castle pretty bad. I was very frustrated with that level. Ow. I gotta figure out how to beat this guy without using any magic, because he's easy to kill with magic. But I'd like to kill him without using it. There's gotta be... Your charge, I have an idea. Oh, there it is. Okay. I need to stop running into his spear like a nerd. Yeah, okay, so we just need to bait him into a charge and then down stab out of the way. Okay. Try kissing him. I don't think he would like that. Imagine a parody Souls-like where your goal is to get hit by monsters so you can do damage and recover health. The enemies know this and deliberately try to miss you to time you out. That'd be interesting. That is correct, Brendan, yes. The Horseman was the first boss in ActRaiser 1. He's a little bit more dangerous here than he was there. Yeah, at the same time, I'm also kind of the mind with this game where it's like I said earlier, this is not what I would consider a fun game. This game is work to play, and at this point, I'm just kind of keeping going with it because I've already gotten what I consider to be pretty far in. I think we're in, like, we're almost getting to end game. I think after we clear these areas, it's just the last town, Humbleton, and then, you know, whatever end game ends up being. Sunk cost fallacy, to an extent, yeah. I mean, realistically, I've only dumped maybe 5 hours into this, if that. Sunk cost fallacy was fucking Monster Boy And I flushed that fucker today. I am done with that trash fire of a game. This is not a good run so far. Probably a boss rush. Oh yes, I'm fully expecting it. Yes, there is a boss rush, and it's the final straw. The final straw was that rolling a puzzle where you had to roll a spiked ball down a hill. And I don't know if it was just pixel perfect or I was missing something, but no, because you had to make this jump from one platform to another, and like the hitbox on one platform was like this hitbox right here, where you can be like 3/4 off of it and you still have solid ground under you. And then the other platform was like, imagine this platform right here, but the hitbox ends like right here. So if you go left anymore, you just fall off. Completely fucked. And oh my god, I hit it a couple times where I landed on like the very apex of the platform on the right, and the ball just didn't move. It wouldn't let me continue. It's just like, no, you're just stuck here. I did that twice, and I was like, no, this game's scuffed, and I'm done. Just done. That game is not a good game. It's just sadness. The devs should have quit like 6 hours in and been like, this is enough. But no, they had to pad it out, and I looked, and there was like 2 or 3 more areas left after that, and it's just like, no. I'm not gonna give this game 15 to 20 hours. It is not worth it. It is not worth that kind of that kind of investment. So we're gonna be playing the Record of Lodoss War Metroidvania, which to my understanding is like 3 hours long, so that should be a good time. I'm hyped for that one. That'll be fun. That is correct, Silvernail. Yes. Short game break is always a good yes. Yes, yes, yes. It looks like a good time, so I'm expecting to have fun with it. And then after that, I honestly don't know. I gotta think. Because I've been trying for this to be the year of the Metroidvanias, but I'm running out of shorter Metroidvanias is the problem. And I don't want every Metroidvania... Oh my god, this is a terrible run already. I don't want every Metroidvania we play to be like, 30, 40 episodes. Enjoyed Monster Boy until some end area was BS and you rage quit. Yeah, I had a good time with Monster Boy until the lava area, and that's when it all just started going downhill. Did I ever play the Dreamcast Lodoss game? I did not. That's adorable, Noel. I love it. 100% on board. Monster Boy should end after the volcano. Yes. That area felt like Endgame. I was not expecting there to be so much more after it. And it was, oh man, that game. It was just so punishing. So friggin' punishing. Like, this is difficult, but when I'm dying and stuff in this, it's my fault that I'm dying. Because I'm just, moving too quickly or being lackadaisical, or it's chat's fault. But Monster Boy, that game was just mean. Really? I tried Cathedral, yes. If that's the one, that's like it's pixel art, right? And you're like the little knight dude. I've played a little bit of that one. I've heard it's like famously difficult. what I've played of it wasn't too bad. But if it's like ball buster hard, I don't know if it's something that I necessarily want to do on like the YouTube channel. Like I've got Aeterna Noctis, which I want to play, but my understanding of that is that the platforming and it gets really heinous later in, and I don't play Metroidvanias to platform. I play Metroidvanias to explore and get more powerful and watch numbers go up and stuff. Take it easy, Noel. Thank you for swinging by. Always good to have you about. I think it's difficult for younger generation. Ah, okay. So it's kind of like this then. It's the children that have trouble with it. Had a head desk moment. Watching practice race Pac-Man 2, they were stuck around 30 minutes in a death loop because they couldn't tell Pac-Man to look up to dodge the skateboard. Good God. Since it's a modern game. There's something else I played recently. I can't remember what it was that everybody was saying it was super hard, and I played it and I was like, this isn't bad at all. But I can't remember what it was. Oh god, Nine Souls. That is a game that I would not enjoy. Just because it's as soon as they're like, yes, our main inspiration for the combat is Sekiro, I'm like, no. Absolutely not. I cannot parry worth a damn in Souls-likes. Your generation are weak. I don't necessarily think it's weakness, it's just that game design paradigms have changed so much over the years that like quality of life stuff and just game mechanics are just very different nowadays. You know, old games, a lot of it, you know, they expect you to figure shit out on your own, whereas in newer stuff, a lot of it's just kind of explained, and it's just stuff like that. You know, you've got like the old Nintendo hard stuff where, you know, it's things like this where it's difficult probably just to keep people from renting it and, you know, beating it. And so you've got to have it for a year and a day. Modern games are made to pat us on the head and give us good feels. Yeah, basically. Whereas like with old games, you don't get a pat on the head and the good feelings. You get you beat the game, and that's it. Maybe if you're lucky, you get a winner is you. Thank you for the head pats. But yeah, your reward is just getting to see more of the game. It's the whole like in God, what would be a good example? All right, MMO design, right? So a lot of massively multiplayer online RPGs, they have the rested mechanic where, you know, you don't play the game for a while, you come back and you get bonus XP for it. You level quicker for a little while. And originally, that was, instead of it being a bonus, you would take a penalty for playing too much, and they just inverted it and everybody was okay with it. And it's just, that's the difference now, is that, you know, everything has to be a bonus. And then there are, of course, the people that are like, well, if we don't get a bonus, that's a penalty. And it's just like, no, that's not how the world works. I did not mean to do that, but I'll take it. You played maybe 2 games for... Yeah, that's the other thing, is, you know, when we were kids, you only got a couple games a year, so you got real good at those games. Map the area for a hint in the BS puzzle only to realize you left the key area 3 areas back. Yeah. Oh, man. And that shit's been going on in games since, like, Dungeon Master. I mean, hell, the first Dungeon Master, one of the first keys you have to find in that game is the same color as the floor, and if you're not paying attention, you miss it. And you're stuck and you have no idea what to do. And I mean, is it frustrating? Yes. When you figure it out, are you like, oh, those cheeky bastard devs? Oh, you fucking know it. Oh my god, falling through these platforms because you happen to be either too far to the side or in the swoop mode drives me nuts. Skill issue, yeah, exactly. You gotta pay attention. The key that's like 3 pixels on the floor that's the same color as the key. Yeah. It's a skill issue, just like liking Dungeon Master 1 more than Dungeon Master 2 is. Just can't handle those minions. Mom and Dad didn't let you buy a new game until you beat the one you had. Oh my god, that's rough. That's rough. Get mad because you bet. That's fair. That's fair. Hugo's Nightmare 3D. You discovered it was terrible and you were fuming. That's the other thing. I remember when I was a kid, I basically 100% based a game's worth on how much playtime I could get out of it. So stuff like JRPGs, huge. Because it's like, oh yes, 40 hours of gameplay, and it's like, hell yeah. And nowadays, it's like, no, give me something that's like 10 or 15 hours. And that's my happy place, because that's what I got time for. I can't do a Pathfinder Kingmaker that's going to take me 90 hours to beat. Like, I can do a game like that once a year, maybe. But for now, even like for longer games, my sweet spot's maybe like, I don't know, 20 to 30 hours. Oh, you asshole knife thrower. Oh, that's interesting. We can shield block their flamethrower attack. Good to know. You want a re-release of the Final Fantasy? What? Why, Bitey Fair? What? You mean you don't want to pay $210 for 300 hours of filler content in your JRPG remake? Really? The Final Fantasy VII remakes are just completely disinteresting to me. It's... no. Absolutely not. Oh, come on now. There we go. Okay, so this, what did I do? Last time I just swooped over this. Too many mandatory minigames. For me, it's just like, it feels like it's all padding. It's just all padding. Let me just play the fucking game. Let me play the storyline. And, I don't need, Final Fantasy VII was never a good enough game to warrant what they have turned it into. I don't care how much you love that game. If you're like, oh yes, this is the second coming of Christ, you're wrong. No game is that good. And it's just like, fuck. And people are just, of course, I mean, there's a subset of people that are just going absolutely apeshit over it. But Aerith Bikini, rule 34.xxx, type Aerith Gainsborough, and you can sit there and fap to your heart's content. Lonely, weak gamer nerds, get fucked. Good God. Or Pix, yeah, like... the fan service in video games. Fan service like that in video games is just... I understand why. I get it. I do. I just do not care. It's like romances in video games. I could not care less. But man alive, is there a market for it. And before anybody's like, but Ghost, you read the spicy mangas and shit. Yes, because that's the point. I'm playing video games to play video games, not to bone other characters. If I want to bone other characters in video games, I'll play shitty-ass, horny visual novels or something. I don't want to have a sex scene in my RPGs. It adds literally nothing for them to me. I don't understand. But boy howdy, everybody loves the things. Ooh, no Stellar Blade? Stellar Blade actually looks like a ton of fun. Stellar Blade looks like a legitimately good game, and everything I've read about it echoes that it's just fucking amazing. Okay, we got this guy. There we go. No, Baldur's Gate 3 is completely disinteresting to me. Just completely no interest in that game whatsoever. You can turn off sex scenes in Sengoku Rants. Well, that's good to know, I suppose. Also, hey Jamalis, you're going to start on a quest as a spunky young lad to save a neighbor's dog from going down a lost well. 300 hours later, you're going to be fighting God. Yeah, that's a JRPG. Big visual Naga, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's the thing, is like, just because I don't want to see them in my general video games, like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it being there. It's just, I want them to be in games where, like, that's the thing. That's the game's thing. You go in and you're like, yes, I want to, you know, play something that's erotic. Cool, have fun with that, do that. But if I'm playing, you know, just an RPG, I don't care how much Bill the Barbarian wants to do the naughty with poor Swell's mustache. Like, no. No, Bill the Barbarian, you cannot have a mustache ride. The sole exception to this is Best Girl Amory from Kingmaker. 10 of 10 would let crush head with thighs, but we don't talk about that on stream. Pathfinder and Pillar of Eternities. Yeah, the Pathfinder and Pillar of Eternity games are pretty good. The original, like, actual Baldur's Gate games, ooh, eat that Baldur's Gate 3 fans. The actual Baldur's Gate games handled the romance pretty well too, and that it was by and large pretty out of your face unless you really went hunting for it. And then they're like, no, we need to make all of everybody like turbo horny all the time, and just, And the term I always see used is player sexual, where the characters just, you know, want to bone your character, and it just does nothing for me. I'm sorry. Ooh-woo. Yeah, exactly. Ooh-woo. 100%. Planescape Torment more than Baldur's Gate, and probably most of the license. Planescape Torment is an amazing book. An amazing book. Neverwinter Nights was fun, yeah. There were, I guess, theoretically romance. Well, yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah, it was like basically a non-point in those games. Take it easy, Paul Sona. Thanks for swinging in. Always glad to have you swing by. All right, let's go get our asses beat by this boss who I don't remember how to beat. Pokey told me how to beat this guy using one of the spells. She showed me when she gave me a walkthrough of this, but I'm bad and don't remember. That's not what I wanted to do. That's also bad. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna die. Yeah. I think we can kill him. I just need to get in there with actual health. I don't think the Immortal has a sex drive. I don't know. You never know. He might. It might be huge. Somebody... I have not seen Wreck-It Ralph. Alas. See, other recruitable characters have... Like, that would be so cool, though, right? Like, having your character, like, your NPCs, like, your party members romancing each other. Like, whether it's because you passed up on it or what, that was a waste of magic. It doesn't matter. I just think that would be just really neat to see. When I say romance well, BG Noise, what I mean is that it wasn't just constantly in your face. Like, compare the romance stuff in Baldur's Gate 3 to the old Baldur's Gates, and like that is, the old ones is more what I would grok than the newer stuff. This is so shit. Oh my god, Michiru. Thank you so much. Like to see me play Peak with my friends? I don't have any friends, Michiru. I am a lone spirit on the internet, but I do want to play Peak. Maybe I'll drag you into it. I think I remember you saying that you've got it. We can do a Peak stream one of these days. That'd be a ton of fun. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very, very much. Y'all are feeding my monster addiction. And actually, you guys also bought me... You folks also bought me Elden Ring Night Rain, for which Pokey and I have been vegging out on. I just need to trick you into playing Beat Mania. I might actually have Beat Mania. Let me look. Okay, no, that's not the game I was thinking of. Never mind. I'm terrible. I am terrible at rhythm games, admittedly, but I would try it. I mean, I'm not opposed. Play Phasmophobia together so you can deal ghosts. Oh my god. See, in that case, Hila, I would just ask that you just use my actual name instead. Because otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna be so fucking confused. Pretty good at Beat Mania. IIDX. I am a Kaiden now. God damn. Delicious beats. Do I also have Beat Saber? Yes, I have played Beat Saber. I'm better at Beat Saber. Oh my god, Machiru, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Hila. I thought we were gonna do better this time. I'm not doing better. And I am just fucking rolled. That dude's mustache is so powerful. I need to get a sprite rip of this guy, recolor it so that it's swell, and give him a shield. I'm gonna go ahead and blame Depths for that one. I don't know why, but I know he's here and lurking. Kaiden is a skill ranking based on Dan ranks. Like, oh, okay. Gotcha. Kaiden's the highest level. There aren't a lot of them outside of Japan and Korea. Jesus.
Curse you, Kivitz! I hereby vow you will rue this day.
Rue it. What's the point of a health bar if the boss takes a third off with one hit? But you see, Bitey Ferret, this is one of the best games ever made. You're asking too many questions. And we're only playing on normal mode. On hard mode, they deal even more damage. It's very scary. That may be true, but don't question ActRaiser. Ah, that's glorious. But also, yes, questioning ActRaiser 2 is now a bannable offense. Mods get on that. Is Phasmophobia multiplayer? I'm not familiar with that game at all outside of watching Hila play it. And based on watching Pokey and I playing Night Rain, I would hope that he would just expect I'd be terrible. Best game ever made. Oh god, fucking Hillsfar. Ugh. That game is a darkness from old times. Oh, we got a scam train incoming. I should play Hillsfar. God damn it, chat. Don't tempt me into that evil. That game is... Like, I understand that it was made as a way for people to basically create characters for the other Gold Box games. But, like, good God, is it weird. And there's no point of that game that plays well. Hey, Pokey, good to see you. Welcome in. Of course you like it. Oh my god. I remember enjoying the arena fighting in Hillsfar, and I liked the where you'd like break into houses. The only problem is that I could never figure out how to like pick locks and stuff. I do not work well under time pressure. Yes, that is exactly the game, Jamalis. I still don't like this jump over the fire. Feels wrong. Can I just like... Oh, I totally can! Okay, I just need to stop early so I don't enfuego myself. Yeah, I am aware that there's an NES port of Hillsfar. I don't, like, that one to me is kind of a mystery. I don't know why there's an NES port of Hillsfar, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the game a little bit. But, I mean, hey, I guess why not? It's one of those things where if I were gonna play Hillsfar, I might actually play the NES port just because it's gonna have like sound effects and music and stuff. Probably be a little bit less obtuse. It's the same with Ultima 3, Ultima 4 probably. Well, maybe not Ultima 4 because I'd want to import my avatar from like 4 to 5 to 6. But did they add something to make it an actual game? I honestly don't know. Saturn port I can play in slow motion of Hillsfar? Well, if it were a Saturn port, that game would probably run hyper fast on that. Because, I mean, compared to the machines that were running it back in the day, even the NES port was probably running, well... I was just saying, even the NES was probably running it with more powerful hardware, but I don't know about that. I'd have to look and see, like, what kind of chips they've got in the cartridge and stuff. Yeah, the DOS version of that is... chunky. Die instantly, yeah, you just immediately hit one of the, like, one of the logs or something. Character just catapulted into the aether. You just stay down there, friendo. Or don't. Alright, so let's try this again. We do this, and we do that. Yeah! Okay, so I can skip all this crap down here. Good to know, we're learning. See, this is what I mean. I'm figuring shit out. We're veering ever closer to the realm of tentative esports and or success. So now, how did I do this last time? I just like, is it just this? Yeah, there we go. This is a bad idea. Oh, the frames. Frames are actually making this easier. If I could just play the whole game at this frame rate, I'd probably be doing a lot better than I am. Oh, fuck you, game. Fuck you. No! Robbery. I was robbed. I'm 100% blaming that on... I don't know. Exactly. Thank you for the bits, Drunkbot. Old trash fire. ASCII did specifically release a peripheral that allowed Famicom users to import their parties from one Wizardry game to another. Really? That's actually really fucking cool. I did not know that. Well, like, it is really cool, and I didn't know that. I'm not going to dispute that. It doesn't surprise me, though, because Japan fucking loves wizardry. This could be some, ooh, you guys are giving me dangerous ideas. Okay, so Aubrism in chat does a lot of Japanese imports, and I'm actually importing some Dragon Quest games from Japan through them. And now that you've mentioned that, I'm like, well, I could just go and get the Famicom versions of Wizardry too then. Surely that's not a bad idea. And my wall, it's just like, Ghost, you need to not. You need that money for food. But then I'm like, video games. Oh, they're expensive, damn it. You triggered the bot, but for whatever reason, it didn't ban you. You're lucky. I shouldn't say ban, time you out. So my bot, anybody that mentions Wizardry 4, Wizardry 4 is a timeoutable offense on this channel. It's only for like 10 seconds and it's mostly just as a meme, but... Yeah, I've played Wizardry 4 on stream once as an April Fool's joke because I always tell people that when I'm finally done streaming and like ready to be done forever, I'm gonna play through Wizardry 4. Cleared it before in 2006. Good God. That game is a monster. You need to do your wizardry challenge? Ooh! Say more, Pokey. Share with us the tale of this wizardry challenge. I haven't heard about this, and now you've got me interested. There was a something awful challenge cleared. Oh, God. Took you 3 months because of... Oh, yeah. Treebor's Ghost. Yes, yes, yes. Labyrinth of Lost Souls with 6 bishops. Oh, my God. That's gonna be a nightmare. All right. I think it's doable. Because that actually might not be too bad. Because you'd be able to swap them out. Like, use 3 for front row. Use 3 for front row. Then once the back row's, like, out of spells, swap them. That wouldn't be too bad. Okay, Spot, why are you being a lazy ass? I think I know why you're being a lazy ass and not timing people out. And I think it's because I did a thing. Alright, y'all can say Wizardry 4 this stream, and I guess there's no repercussions. I want to play the one on the Super Nintendo. No, I want to play the one on the PS2. Purely because I want to get screenshots of that one orc that calls that other NPC Barfo, because I think that's the funniest, dumbest thing. I hate this area so much. Oh my God.